Le match dans le match prend ses quartiers au centre de performance de l'AS Monaco à la Turbine. Nous sommes avec un coach heureux, forcément. Adi Hütter est avec nous. Bonjour Adi.
Bonjour.
We're going to do this in English.
Yes.
How do you feel after this roller coaster season?
In the end, we are happy. We are proud to achieve, to finish on the top flight in Ligue, qualified us again for the Champions League competition. Yes, there were some waves in our performances, but in the final period we were top again, similar than last season. And in the end, it doesn't matter if we struggle a little bit January, February. We have to improve this for the next season. In the end, we achieved this big goal, and it makes us happy.
The club has got its season off to a perfect start. Monaco went unbeaten until match day 9 in Ligue and also made a very good start in Champions League. A good start of a season is often synonymous with a good pre-season. That's right?
Yes, it's always important that you have a good pre-season to be well prepared for all competitions. It helps us a lot to have a good start and also to have a good finish between. Yeah, we struggled a little bit, but it's always normal that you have some moments and some periods where you have some problems. We have to analyze our season, and for sure, to finish again in the top 3 or 4, you need a entire really good season. But yeah, it helps us to have a good start and also a good finish, and yeah, that's it.
For Monaco's return to the Champions League, you beat Barcelona 2-1 at Ligue. Can you talk about this game and the atmosphere at the stadium?
Yeah, it was the first time for many players. It's also for me as a coach. It was the first game in a group stage. I had some Champions League games for the qualification, many games in Europe League, but this was really the official first game in the group stage, and to win against Barcelona. Yeah, it was a fantastic adventure, but we deserved to win. It was a good start for the Champions League race. We have faced lots of top teams in our group. We finished with 13 points in this group. When you see the semi-finals, it's Barcelona, Inter Milano, Arsenal. Yeah, they were also in our groups. Aston Villa. It was a hard fight for PSG to win there. They were also in our group, and it was the most important win because we had 10 points. Yeah. Everybody said, okay, 10, 11 points, maybe it's enough. But in the end, we saw it's not enough, and we won this important game at home against Aston Villa to go for the next round. And yeah, no, the campaign was really good, and we want to repeat it for this season also. From
October, your players suffered a number of injuries. I'm thinking of Folarin Balogun, for example, or Denis Zakaria. Does that explain why the second quarter of the season was less successful than the first one?
It's always when you talk about what can be the reason, is also in the same sentence. Maybe it should be an excuse. No, it's not an excuse, but important players. They are, what can I say? They are fixed in a starting level, like Denis Zakaria as a captain. We missed him a lot for sure. And also Folarin Balogun, he was our striker up front. He was, after this about 5 months, he was injured. But I think we did in winter a good transfer with Mika Birez. It was a very important one. And yeah, this can be the reason why key players are injured, but not only in Monaco. It was the topic, it was also in some other clubs.
At the start of 2025, you took part at Trophée des Champions against Paris Saint-Germain in Doha, a defeat 1-0 in the dying moments. A match played in Qatar for domestic competition. How upset are you with the decision to play that far away?
Oh, it is the decision of the league. For us, it doesn't matter where we are going to play. For us was the experience to play the Super Cup against PSG, to have the opportunity to win a title. This was in our head. It was a big experience also for us. We lost the game. In the end, Paris deserved to win this game, but it was only 1-0 in the overtime. It was a little bit of massive hit in our neck in the end of the game. But yeah, we are a part of Ligue, and when they say we play there, and for us was much more experience.
Less than 10 days later, you were eliminated in the French Cup against Reims to the penalty. Was that defeat hard to digest?
We were really disappointed again that we are too early out of the French Cup, because this is maybe a title. We don't need so many games to have a title, but how we went out there with our penalties, what we shot in Reims, it was too less. We have to do this season much better, and this was exactly a period of the season we were really disappointed. We were not in a good run, but this was one of the worst defeat what we had this season.
You talked about the arrival of Mika Biret this winter. How did this recruitment go? Who decided to bring Mika in?
Oh, we do it always together.
Whose idea was it?
Yeah, we are Austrian. we know the league. Also, our recruitment knows him, and we had in one moment had more bigger attention about him, all together we said, okay, it can be a really interesting profile for us, because we are searching a goleador or a buteur who's able to score many goals, because we lost with Wissam, top scorer in Ligue, top scorer for Monaco, and Mika immediately he was presented. He adapted our style of play. He was immediately integrated of the team. Big praise also from my side what the team did with him, and he did also lots of things that he was immediately integrated in the squad, and he scored many goals, very important ones, and we are happy that Mika Pires is in Monaco now.
It quickly became clear that Mika spoke the same football language as players like Brel Mbolo, Takumi Minamino or Martinez Akliouche. Did you know this before his arrival?
We observed him a lot in Austria. We heard really good things also out of football in the locker room. He's a really, what can I say, a really nice guy. But you have it or you don't have it. You are a scorer or you don't be a scorer. Because Mika, in every club he played, he scores goals. And when you see his movements, when you see his finishing, then you know, okay, it can work. Because in Monaco, we have for sure the better players than in Sturm Graz. Also respect for Sturm Graz, they do it well in Austria. But we have the better players to prepare for him goal chances. And yes, you have it or you don't have it. You're a finisher or you don't be a finisher, and he is a one. Yeah. He's for sure a finisher.
A very good one.
Yes.
One of the trickiest things to manage for you this year was the goalkeeping. In the end, before match day 26, you decided to start with Filip Keun instead of Radoslav Majewski. Was that a complicated decision to make?
Yes. Since I'm working in football, also when I was a player, so we talk about 36 years, 37 years in professional football. I never saw this, that as a player, that the coach, when I was a player, changed the goalkeeper so often, and also in my career as a coach, I never had this before. That they brought us sometimes in doubts to take this decision. In the end, we qualified for Champions League again. Also after the goal what we conceded in Brest from Filip, what he did after, it was really good respect. It was not an easy moment also for Filip, but in the end we win and we lose together, and we qualified us again. But it was for sure, to managing this, it was really special.
One of the key moments of the season was the win over Nice in the derby. You were behind at the halftime before scoring 2 goals in the second half. What did you say to your players at halftime?
When I see the entire game, we deserve to win. In my opinion, we were also in the first half the better team. Then it was a big shock in this moment, and Boga scored the header. But also, as a coach, when the team is playing well. So it's only in some details, how can we bring them more under pressure? And for me, 20% more on the performance. And then, yeah, we were clearly the better team in the second half. And this was also a key moment to say, okay, now everything is going in the right direction. And these are was one of the big games. We were often criticized that we cannot win the big games. But we won against Nice at home, we won against Marseille at home, we did a draw against Strasbourg, we won against Lyon at home. You have to be in the right moment, in the right shape, and similar to last season, and yeah, in the final period we were top.
During the season, there have been times when we've had the impression that your team needed to be roughed up a bit to develop its best football. Can you confirm that?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Yeah, because always when we are a little bit under pressure, I have the feeling we can react immediately. Sometimes we are missing our best performance in games. Everybody's thinking we can win this game. We were not happy in Le Havre what we did, especially the first half. But in big games, the team is able to progress during a games, and this is for me the main point that you can qualify again for the Champions League. In big moments, in big situations, we were always ready, and also we have to improve, in my opinion, a lot, especially in games where you say, okay, we need also 100%. And when we can achieve this, when we can make a big improvement about this, for sure we're also a big topic for the next season in Champions League.
You qualified for the Champions League on match day 33 with this win against Lyon and losses of direct opponents. How did you enjoy this evening?
Yeah, it was really also one of the biggest moments as a coach. Why? Because first of all you have to do your homework. We did it.
Pretty well.
Yes, and for me, before we set the scenario, for sure we have to win both games in Lyon and in Lens, that we have to change to qualify us again. But after this game, that all three clubs lost their games, it was so. Before the game, it was not in my mind that it can happen like that. But in the end, we did our homework, and the moment to hear the results of the other games, it was an explosion for everybody, and the entire week this week was a nice one without pressure.
You've been here for 2 seasons. What can you say about Ligue 1?
I like the Ligue. I'm not this guy to compare with other leagues. Okay, I worked 2 times in Autriche and in Swiss, smaller leagues. Interesting ones, in big leagues like German Bundesliga and Ligue 1. I like Ligue 1 because it's a physical league, it's a transition league, top talents, good teams, big traditions club. Monaco is one of them, and I'm really proud and happy to be coach in Monaco. And for sure you can imagine that you're more happy when you achieve your big goals. But we have to continue our work, we have to improve lots of things, and we will see what happens next season.
And last question, what do you think about the life in Monaco?
I'm here to work for AS Monaco. This is a special place. Everybody knows this in the world. Monaco is a place for big stars. Also the safeness. I feel really well, but I'm here to work for AS Monaco, to do my best, and sometimes I enjoy to go to Monaco for a dinner. But in the end, I enjoy it, and I appreciate a lot to work for this club, and I'm here not enjoying the life in Monaco. I have to do my job here.
Thank you very much, coach, and congrats again for this season.
Thank you.